I ain't put my glasses
Babe,
on.
I can't see your eyes.
You don't need to see my eyes.
They do need to see your eyes.
No, they don't. They do not need to see my eyes. I can see them. I know you can. What?
You're not even in the camera.
I am. I'm in the
You
camera.
shaving and all that stuff wouldn't even call for if you're just gonna cover your face like that.
I shaved because my neck was itching.
Look, I just wanna get that girl to business. I just wanna have her in the feelings. I just wanna come through on the late night. I just wanna see her shout her face right. I just wanna put it on the tongue. I just wanna lick you till you come. I just wanna touch on your body.
Hey you guys.
What's
Welcome
up?
back. If you're watching this, I just want you to know we are the Danny Pack.
You just extra, man.
So today we're going to be talking about surviving the first year of marriage. And if you want to hear it, stay tuned. What's up, you guys?
What's up?
So we're going to be talking about how we survived the first year of marriage. We are the Danny Pack. I'm Jaleesa.
I'm your boy KD.
And let's get into it. Wanna go first or what? Pop this thing off.
Well, first thing I want to tell you, ain't no rules to marriage. There ain't no guidelines to what you know. You gotta find out what fits you and your spouse. Cause that's trial and error. Pretty much. If it don't work, try something different.
If it don't fit,
You must quit. You stupid. But I mean, let me see. First thing you gotta do, in my opinion, first thing is always communication. Like, communication is the key. Like, for instance, just because you've been with somebody for a long time, don't expect that person to know that you read their minds, or that you can read their mind, and that they know what you're talking about or what you're
I can
thinking.
read his mind. He just can't read mine.
Bruh.
I'm just kidding.
But like I said, communication. Talk to your spouse. Let your spouse know how you're feeling.
It's important to listen. Because just because you don't feel like something's serious, or if you feel as if something isn't as important as it is to your spouse, doesn't mean that you should just cancel it out and be like, oh, it's nothing. Because that little something can turn into something really big over time from
Over
it.
nothing.
From ignorance. So
Over
just
nothing.
make sure you listen. So that's, talking to listen, the communication, like, in order for anything to
And when
function.
you listen, actually comprehend. Like,
If you don't know what, if you don't
ask
understand,
them, like,
to elaborate.
don't just
assume.
yeah, pretty much assume, because you know what they say about assuming. It makes an ass out of you and me. Get it? Assume, ass, you, me. Alright.
Laugh at your partner. No, that's not true. But this is a good one. Remain loyal even when you're tempted, because you will be tempted.
What is supposed to mean? I ain't been tempted.
You will be tempted.
Oh, so you been tempted.
Anyway, Don't do that.
I'm just asking.
We've had conversations about stuff like this, but like when you go from adapting to who you are in the single you and living life according to just you, it's hard to adjust to learning and understanding that you must now legally and, you know, under vows and spiritually be loyal to one person. Like, you can't think that you can talk to people and flirt with them and just think it's nothing, because it's something.
Oh, it is something.
And you can't just up and do what you want to do with other people and feel as if it's fine.
Oh, I'm going out with Jimmy. What? Nah, this shit dead. No go.
Another good example would be like if you get mad at your spouse about something and y'all are just not on good terms, because there's gonna be days where y'all just are not on good terms, and an ex pop up. You need to learn to reject that distraction, because if you don't, it'll end you up in a world of trouble. Sorry, someone wrote me. But yeah, you need to remain loyal and to reject any distractions, because for one, not only does that deteriorate a person's trust for you, but it also hurts the esteem of the other person and how they feel that they may or may not be worthy of your love, because they feel like, oh, okay, I'm not doing enough.
Mm-hmm.
So you shouldn't do that. And communicate. Even like if you feel bad about being tempted, and even if you're not actually going to do anything, you still need to talk to your spouse about those things. You need to be open about things. Like, keeping stuff hidden is not going to help. Like, your spouse is supposed to be like your best friends. Those are things you're supposed to work through everything together, because if you don't, there's going to come a point in time where it's back to communication. There's going to come a time where something comes up and you feel like you're hiding something from them, and that's you hiding who you are. You can't help how you feel sometimes, so it's important to express those feelings so that you both can work through those things and they can know what's going on. And because you may be feeling those feelings, maybe it's something that your spouse may not be doing, or something that they can do to help you get through that, to avoid you feeling like that in the future.
Like, a big thing, man, never give up. Like she said, you came in this thing legally bounded. Like, there's no leaving. There's like
What's his is mine.
Like, it's cheaper to keep it, bro. But for real though, never give up. You gotta understand and remember that we are human. Like, we make mistakes. And you gotta remember that there's a reason why you fell in love with the person in the first place. And you gotta remember why you got married, the vows that you said. It gets hard. I promise. It gets hard, but you just gotta work through it.
Yeah. So a lot of times I have to sit here and be like, because I be so mad, and it don't even be as big as what I've made myself feel it is. But because I've made it myself feel like it's this big problem, at times I sit here and I be like, why I marry him again? But yeah, sometimes I find myself being so consumed with me being mad about something with him, and I'm like, I'm so angry with him. I don't like the person he is right now, and I'm just pissed. But then I have to sit here and I'll be like, okay, what I'm pissed about, I know I'm probably not going to be mad about a week from now. Or I know that eventually, once these feelings go away, we'll be able to communicate in a environment, in a situation where we're not reacting off of our anger. So I have to be like, well, you know, even if this is not going right or he's not doing this right now, I have to understand that I married him for this reason, and I know that genuinely deep down in his heart we'll be able to get through this, and it's not going to be a problem later. So
Yeah. And my thing is, I try to give her space.
I don't like space though.
Like, give her space even when she don't think she need it.
It's
Because
true.
when she upset,
I'm a little
women are
unstable.
unstable, man. Like, you gotta understand that. I mean, and plus, like, when you're mad, you say a lot of things that you really don't mean.
People say that when you mad, you tell the truth, but
It's not the
you
truth.
don't, because when I be mad, I just say shit to
Just
try to
like
hurt his feelings.
Straight to the core. Man.
And I don't be
She-
meaning it.
She wants you to bleed tears.
I don't be meaning it. That's not a good thing to do.
Please
It's something
don't.
that, you know, I work on, and it's things that he still works on. And because we know that it's something you have to stay active in your marriage and still have to look at things that you are not doing well in and work on them.
Communication.
That is like
The key. Communication
Everything
is
goes
the key.
back to communication.
Gotta talk. Consistency.
Yes.
Consistency.
Yes.
Consistency.
That's why
Consistency.
I said, yeah, 'cause
Like, whatever you did to make her say yes, you have to continue to do that. Like from the beginning. If you was opening her door, continue to open her door.
if you're not opening her door, you need to be. I'm just saying. And if you sitting there opening your own door, you need to stop.
And women, whatever you was doing to get that ring, you gotta continue to do that because that's what he's expecting. Just because you said I do doesn't change what you did before. You gotta keep
People
it
try
up.
to
Consistency.
think that when you get married, everything changes and that's when everything's gonna turn around. But no, you need to learn how to build a foundation even before you consider saying I do. Like, if y'all don't have a thick foundation, putting your name, a name change at the end of your name is not gonna change anything.
Nothing.
A piece of paper is not gonna change your relationship
It's not gonna change how you feel about that person either.
or how they act. A habit is a habit, and the only way that you're gonna break it is if that person really wants that. And a piece of paper should not be the reason to why they change that. It has to be because of how they feel about you
Because they want
genuinely.
to. Because honestly, 9 times out of 10, if you married a person doing something, just because you got married, it don't mean they gonna stop. That's just not what it is. I mean, that's just not how I go.
Like, when you met me, he was Mr. Thought.
I was not a thought, man. My mama did give me the nickname Pimp, though, but that's
And his attitude towards people were a little bit different.
nonchalant.
So, I don't know. You know, some people say when you know that you meet the one, it's not going to be something that's hard to happen. It just happens. And I guess it would happen with him. But don't think that a piece of paper is going to be the reason why someone changes. So, stay consistent with everything you're doing. If
Most
that's
definitely.
going to lead to you guys, keeping a good foundation and having a strong relationship. Because once you stop doing what you're doing, it's kind of like you're not the person that y'all agreed to be with for the rest of y'all lives. Of course, people change and grow, but things that you do for a person and how you genuinely feel and care about them shouldn't be the things that change.
Because you're supposed to grow and change together.
True.
Keep the fun in your relationships. Like, I understand that
We get bored as humans easily, so
real easy. Like, whatever, like, keep doing things with your spouse, even if it's like listening to music together or just going in the kitchen and cook something together.
we
or,
love to cook together.
Or just playing a board game. Like, man, well, we don't play board games no more because she's a sore loser and she don't like to play
I
anymore.
hate losing.
I mean, but
He don't like losing either.
I don't quit.
But that's why I quit, because if I'm winning, he's gonna do everything he can to try to beat me. And at that point, I'm just like irritated because I'm like, I can't just win without winning. He has to just come out on top. And I'm like,
I'm a winner. It's in my blood. I hate losing. And once I find out how to win, I'm like, well, you might as well just call me Floyd Mayweather. Once I find out how to win, ain't no going back. I ain't no losing. But for real though, keep the fun in a relationship. You gotta keep it fun, because life is a struggle.
Find some things y'all like to do together. Like, we know we love to cook, because we love to eat.
Like,
And we like to, try different things and how to cook different things. So that's something we enjoy doing.
Yes.
Which, by the way, will be coming soon. Cooking. Cooking. I don't know if we're gonna make a whole nother channel for that or not, but
I think all that should be together. Don't matter, We do it all. Put everything in our little Danny pack.
something else that I learned that I enjoy doing with him is working out together, doing couples exercises.
Surprise.
Yeah, when you over push me, but
I don't
I'm talking about
over-push you.
our couples not push up, but sit ups and stuff. And
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of intimate in a way. You what?
Whisper challenge coming. She sucks. I said it works. Always tell your spouse, I love you. How you feel about them and
It's
how you
always good to hear
appreciate them. It's always good to hear it. Like,
even if you already know.
even if you know, it's good to hear it. Like, sometimes you just want to
like
walk in and be
feeding your
like,
soul.
babe, I appreciate everything you do for me.
Saying positive things, like anything in general, just speaking in general, when you speak positive things out loud into life, it really helps.
Yes.
Did I say build goals together?
No.
Building goals together. Like, if you're gonna be one and you're gonna be a pack, if you're gonna be one and move as one, y'all have to build goals together in order to go through life and
You gotta be on the same path.
Like, you gotta know the things that y'all have in common and that y'all want to accomplish. Like,
Even things that you
not?
want to accomplish separate, like finish school. Talk about it. Build it. Like, write it down on paper and set a goal for you to do that. Write it, say it, do it.
And I know you said, did you mention God and keeping faith?
No, not yet.
Oh, well, what you're about to say, I know you're about to say, is keeping faith in your relationship. Meaning, not just the aspect about God, but keeping faith in who you married.
Yes.
Like, believe in each other. Believe in what y'all have. That's important. Like, because it goes back to not giving up on each other. Why I feel like crying.
Very sensitive.
But yeah, I know that I know him and I know our relationship and I know what it means and I know the things that we've been through together. Not necessarily hard times like issues or problems, but the struggles we've had personally with our own lives and how we were friends and going through different things together. So it's like, for me not to be able to keep faith in it, it really will take away from myself because he's really my best friend. So being able to believe in your partner and believe in each other is really important.
You gotta understand that some problems and issues that you may go through, it's not gonna be solved through the first time y'all talking about it or the second time.
Maybe not even the third.
But it's a work in progress. And the fact that you're working on it together is going to help solve the problem better. And there going to be times to where you question yourself and be like, why? Why did I get married? Was it too soon? But you got to realize that you did it for a reason. You got to realize the reason why you did it. It feels good to have somebody that you know is going to be by your side through thick or thin, through rich or for poor.
Cool.
Through all your struggles, to have somebody by your side. And that they're going to trust and believe in you.
Another thing that goes back to when people think when you get married that something's gonna change about your life is the financial aspect of life. We're human, once again. And surviving and living in the world is not cheap. And unforeseen circumstances can happen to anybody.
Yep.
So you need to also know that if you're going to be with somebody, don't let finances be a driving motivating factor. Of course, it's important to know that your spouse will be able to, I guess, speaking in tense of men, to be able to provide or be able to do everything to provide for the family. But if you're one of those people that encounter an unforeseen circumstance, you can't up and leave your partner because something happened financially to where at that stage in life you're down. All the people in the world who are rich, not every last one of them were already born rich. Not every last one of them
get to it.
were born successful.
You gotta focus.
So, with that being said, finances can change any day. But the love and what someone does for you and cares about you, that's something that you can't put a price on. So, women out there, do not rely on solely the basis of what a man's income looks like, because you can have a man that has all the money in the world but don't give a damn about you. But I know I'm with someone that cares about me. Sometimes I feel like you care about me more than you care about yourself. And I know that if he had everything in the world, I would have it. So, with that being said, why would I prefer to be with someone that has it all but doesn't give a shit about me when I can be with somebody that cares everything about me and finances can change at any moment? So, just think about that.
Make time for each other. Yes, y'all may live together. But yes, y'all may, sit down and watch TV, eat together, sleep together, breathe together, do all this stuff together. But that's not making time for each other. Like, still, just because you're married, still have a date night. Guys, remember, women like to be chased. So keep the chase on. You chase her to get her, right? You got to keep the chase on. We go back to consistency. And women, just because he chasing you, don't make him hard to really get it. I mean, come on now. I'm just saying though. But man, you got to keep the chase going.
That's another thing. Also, they say when you're married, you're supposed to be submissive and, give up the hot pocket. If your man ain't putting in no work and still doing the stuff that he was doing when he was trying to get the... No. Don't make it easy just because y'all married. Don't do it. It's not a game, but, just understand your value as a woman and don't allow your man to slip.
You gotta keep things fun, man. Like, you gotta remember, it ain't a sin no more.
You're so silly. You're so silly. Anything else?
I think I said just about, much as I could think of.
So, communication.
Consistency.
And just keeping faith in each other. And having fun while doing it. As much as fun as you can have.
And remember, it's a blessing. To have somebody to spend the rest of your life with.
Yeah. Yeah. You know. Yeah. So that is about all we have. I mean, I don't feel like I mean, we've struggled financially. We struggled with some arguments we might have had about disagreements and stuff.
Like, babe, you wrote that in pen yesterday. That'll be a huge argument if you let it. I promise.
Well, we
Don't get me started. Don't get me started. That is the most common argument that we have. And I promise you, it will last all day if you let it. And we still won't have nothing to eat.
I mean, we've had arguments that were serious too, but we don't
But that
remember.
That one to get you stabbed.
Which one?
What we eat?
Don't let me be pregnant. Story time.
But for real though, keep your heads up. Be true, faithful.
And remember, there's no real guidelines to marriage. You do what works for you. Do what works for y'all.
If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that like button. You know.
I know how bro feel.
Love you guys.
Going back. Sleeping on the floor, you can't relate to that. Roaches in the tub, this ain't the place for that. The little shit that we eat, we still say great for that. I just want them bad for my mama.